So here's your spring update for Webb Greenville. The sun is out, y'all. The warm temperatures are here in Greenville, South Carolina. And yes, the pollen is here. Hopefully that pollen will be gone here in a couple of weeks and we can enjoy those outdoors again. So I've been involved with Webb Greenville from the beginning, all the way back to February of 2025. I have watched the first roads be cut in, and fast forward to today, April of 2026, I have witnessed 112 home sites sell. Now, of those 112 homes sold, I am representing 7 of those buyers, 7 out-of-state buyers, with me being the boots on the ground and being their buyer representative. I want to bring you some value today, and I thought the best way to do that would be to give you a little bit of behind-the-scenes information and inform you what I've witnessed and what my clients have experienced so far to date in Webb. So stay tuned. Now, I am Mark Rucker, and I am your hometown realtor. My goal is to always be the most informative outlet for you in the upstate of South Carolina and to be your trusted resource for the most dependable and up-to-date information. I want to be reliable, also want to be relatable. Now, if you are within 100 days of relocating to our great area, or you're in just the thinking about it stage, y'all, that's okay. Go ahead and contact me, my email, phone number below, and I would love to be your hometown realtor. Also, subscribe below, comment below. We would love to hear your thoughts about our area. It is my pleasure to be your resource to all things Greenville. Also, it's our goal on the Rucker & Associates real estate team to be your go-to for Greenville real estate. So as of April of 2026, I have now closed 1 Webb client in the community. I have another one closing mid-April, and I have 5 additional clients throughout various stages of the process, from dirt to slab to framing to finishes. And now I've witnessed and experienced from dirt all the way to closing. I want to give you a little bit of information on that timeline. So Webb is pretty true to the 6 to 8 month build. There are exceptions, but for the most part, that target has been hit. My very first client that signed back in September of 2025 has already closed, already moved in their new home. And that closing was the first week of March this year. I'll give you a little bit more details about my second client. They signed their paperwork to purchase the second week of October in 2025. Their projected closing date is mid-April of 26. And here's a little bit more about that timeline with my second client. They signed the paperwork again back in October. The next step was the permitting process with Greenville County, and that was completed in November. Now, side note, Greenville County is way behind with approving permitting. As you probably know, we are a hotbed for new construction, and neighborhoods are lined up to start construction. So the next step was home site excavation, underground plumbing, pouring of the concrete, and actually grading the home site to be built. So in December, the foundation was completely poured. Now the first of the year rolled around, January, so during the month of January, the framing process was completed. The walls, roof, doors, all the windows were installed. So the next step, the installation of the mechanical, the plumbing, the electrical, heating and air systems. So by the 1st of February, the entire framing process and mechanical were completed. The next steps, hang the drywall, paint the interior, install the cabinets, install the countertops, and lay the flooring. However, before those steps, the next big in-person meeting actually took place at the house. This was the pre-drywall walkthrough. It's a very informative 1 to 2 hour meeting at your home with your builder, eyeing all of your electrical, where your outlets are going, where the ceiling fans are going, all the light switches, where all the can lights are positioned, all of your heating and air ductwork, also to see where your registers are. So making sure your TV outlets are in place, all your LED package lights are in the right location. It's a great time to walk through your home with the builder before the sheetrock goes up. It's very hard to change things once the sheetrock has been installed. Now, once this meeting ended, the house absolutely took off. Sheetrock, paint, all the wonderful finishings, and we are well on our way. So final walkthrough is scheduled next week. Now, this is another critical in-person walkthrough. This is your time to pick out any deficiencies that you see throughout the home and your time to come up with a punch list. Additionally, if you would like to have a third-party home inspection, this is the time to present that report to the builder to make sure everything gets done. Hopefully that gave you some sort of idea of the process and timeline to build in Del Webb. Now, have there been any hiccups? Yes. But what builder and what neighborhood don't have hiccups or obstacles? So Del Webb has a lot going on. 112 home sites right now in various stages at one time. The construction managers are very busy and they are working extremely hard to follow the standard guidelines. And by the way, one of the standard guidelines is that the construction manager will send the homeowner an update every week, at least one update per week via email. Now, have they fallen short? At times, yes. Has there been a bit of frustration with communication? At times, yes. But from my personal experience so far, they have done everything in their power to find solutions and fix any problems. So building a home anywhere is never easy. There's always bumps in the road, always delays, always frustrations. The key is working as a team with a level head and finding solutions. And I do believe that has been accomplished here at Webb Greenville. This is a higher end neighborhood and it's very unique neighborhood. I would assume probably 90% of the homeowners will be relocations from out of state. So all of my personal clients are out of state, by the way. This is a big move. This is a lifestyle change. There should be a higher standard because of all these things, and Del Webb knows that. So far, they have always been very open to personal meetings with a reasonable notice. I just recently had an hour walkthrough with a client and a construction manager, and it was very thorough. My folks flew in town from out of state, and they just wanted some time to walk through the house and to ask the builder some very detailed questions. I do believe the end result will be an incredible neighborhood, incredible community that homeowners will be super proud of. So update on the amenity center. They have graded the property and construction should be underway very soon. From what I hear, projections are still summer of 2027 for that completion. So most walkable trails are operational. I just made a walk down one of the paths from Carolina Pines Court. It is absolutely gorgeous walk down to the pond overlooking where that amenity center is going to be. Y'all, this place is going to be special. A couple of changes I want to share with you. First of all, the down payment. So if you're financing the home, it depends on the series or collection that you'll be in. The Scenic Series requires $20,000 down payment. The Distinctive Series requires $50,000 down payment. And the Echelon Series requires $60,000 down payment. If you're paying cash, the down payment is still 20% of the base price. Next phase and next home sites to be available. So Del Webb right now is working down River Club Drive and past the amenity center. I was just walking those lots the other day and they are absolutely gorgeous. The first street in the subdivision, which is Birchfield Court, is being cut in right now as we speak. This entire street will be Echelon homes. And the Echelon series is still by far the hottest thing selling. So y'all, I hope this video brought some value to you. If you have any questions for me personally about anything during the process, from scouting out lots to writing the contract to moving dirt to all the way to closing and beyond, please reach out to me. If you want to watch additional videos on this channel, please do not forget to subscribe. And remember, I am Mark Rucker, and I want to be your hometown realtor. Thank you.